Hey everyone, I'm Amanda from Mandy Lynn Plans. Welcome back for another video. Today we are taking a look at quite possibly my favorite brush pen. These are the Pentel Sign Pen, the brush, the flexible point. If you are wanting to order these, make sure that it says somewhere brush flexible point or something to that effect, because there is another Pentel Sign Pen that is not flexible, and if you want that, then by all means get it. I think they're actually even cheaper, but if you're wanting the brush pens, make sure that it specifically has this wording on it, because the pens look exactly the same. You cannot tell just by looking at them. So I thought it would be fun to go ahead and take a look at these. I actually received these for Christmas, and I have not opened them because I wanted to do it on camera with you. So it's been killing me. I have the black, and I've been really happy with the black, but I was really wanting to get all of these colors. So I'm very excited. This is probably my favorite brush pen for beginners as well, just because of the nib and how comfortable it is to practice your brush lettering. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But I did want to go through kind of the things that they say, and I thought it would be fun to test them out. So it says, works like a watercolor in a pen, and blendable, dilutes with water. So we are actually going to try that. I have a water brush that we're going to kind of take these to their limits. And it says the tip won't dry out and easy to clean. So actually the first thing I'm going to do is take one of these and go ahead and leave the cap off. Since it says the tip won't dry out, I thought that we could test that out for the duration of this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and open them here. And it is nice, they do come in this little stand here. It's just plastic, nothing super special, but I mean, if you want to keep it, I'll keep it for now. I don't know if I'll keep it long term, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and keep these in the same order. So the first thing I noticed just right off the bat is that the bottom of the colors, they are gray, and the bottom of the black is black. And so that's interesting. And another thing is that these say touch in English, and this just has a bunch of Japanese, the black one does. So I think that the black is the same as the black that I already have. Yes, it looks like it is the same, both sides. But then the color is different. So that's interesting to me. I am gonna go ahead and leave the cap off of this one and just leave it sitting here so that we can kind of test out the claim that it won't dry out. Now this won't be a super long video, but I think I read somewhere that it said up to 24 hours. So that could be something that you could test on your own time if you're wanting to. And the other thing I noticed is that these all have like glitter in the bodies. Now I'm not sure if these are actually glittery ink or if it's just they added the little bit of glitter and sparkle to make the pens look prettier. I'm not sure, so we can see about that as well. I will be using an old Hobonichi Techo. This is a 2017 cousin. This was something that somebody sent to me. I'm in one of the Hobonichi buy-sell trades, and I was looking for an out-of-date cousin just to kind of test my stickers and just kind of do a bunch of random things in. And she was kind enough to send it to me with me only paying the shipping. So I've been using some of these pages for various things, but I thought it would be fun to kind of test this out because I do like to use the Tomoe River paper. It is my favorite paper for brush lettering and other really pretty much anything. So let's just open up here. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of see what this is like. Now I will say that these are smoother. It feels different than this one, the one that I'm used to. Maybe it's just because the one I'm used to is older and I've used it more, but these seem to be more slick. So that is interesting. Hopefully you can control them easily. Let's just write Pentel. There we go. Okay, so pretty good. I think it has pretty much the same control of the one that I'm used to. So then I thought that we'll see what it looks like when I add water. So let me just pull some water here Okay, so it does pull the ink out. Kind of gives it a nice cool effect there. Let me go ahead and wipe this off. Okay, so the red is off now. Let's see how it blends. So let's have it blend between a light and a dark blue. So I'm gonna start with the dark blue and try and blend it with the light blue, and we'll see how that looks. Okay, so it kind of blends a little bit. Something that is interesting to note is that you can still see the lines where you marked, although this one not so much. If I pull out the ink further, I can still see them. I'm not sure if you can see them on camera, but I can still see the lines. Oh, with this darker one you can tell more probably, that you can still see where I put the ink down with the marker. But it does blend, I mean, just fine. I mean, it does what it says so far. Some other markers might be better about you not being able to see where you leave it down. If you are wanting to use these as watercolor just to get some ink down on the page, so this might not be the best option for that, but if you are just wanting to blend them a little bit here and there, that's something that you can do with them. So now let's see what it looks like if I try and make a rose. It says, works like watercolor in a pen. So I like to make watercolor roses. So let's see if I can make it. Now this is something that I would want the lines to kind of be defined. So, whoops, I just added it there. I would want to see those lines in this rose. So we will see, and it's kind of difficult to do with this, but okay. So now let's see what happens when I add my water to it. Yeah, that's fun. All right, so you do kind of have that watercolory look to it, and you don't really have to be very, you know, artistic or whatever. So that's kind of fun. All right, so now that we've played with the water, I'm gonna go ahead and get out my Hobonichi and start a swatch page. All right, so I think I'm going to use this black that I've left the cap off of just to write Pentel here. Ooh, I can tell that this is brand new. My other one has gotten a lot of use, and this one is still pretty firm. But one of the things that I love about it is how small the tip is. I want to go ahead and show you a comparison of some of the other popular pens. So this is a Tombow, and it writes very, very large, and you can see how much bigger the tip is. This is a Tombow Fudenosuke, and it is just a little bit bigger, but it is still larger. And then this is a Kelly Creates brush marker, and this is the one that's the closest in size to the Pentel. But I do like the way the Pentel performs over the Kelly Creates. Now that I actually have the colors, I'm not sure how often I will be using my Kelly Creates, because that was the reason that I was using them before, because I love this size. I can do a lot with them. It's not too large of lettering, but now that I have these colors and the Pentels, I'm not sure how often I will use those Kelly Creates. So another thing I love about this is that it's not super flexible. It's really easy to control as a beginner, and that's something that's really important. If you start out with a really thick, fat brush marker that's really flexible, it's very hard to kind of get your bearings and kind of really just start. So I changed the order that I had these in. I prefer rainbow order. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch these up, and I might throw some music on for you, and I hope you stick around to see the ending, to see what all of the colors look like. are all of the colors. Just a couple things to point out. It was interesting as I was going through, some of them were as flexible as my used one, my used and loved one, and some of them felt very brand new. So it's interesting to me that there was a little bit of difference even in all of the new markers, but still very easy to write with, very comfortable, and I really love these colors. I love that they included a gold. That's not something that a lot of rainbow color packs include, and so I thought that was a fun addition. Especially goes nicely with the brown. I don't usually use brown, but since I have a gold, I might use it more. And I did use the black that had been uncapped the whole time that I was filming, and it didn't act any different than the others. So I'm confident in saying that you can leave the cap off, at least for I think I've been filming for about 15 or 20 minutes, sped up obviously for you, but it does just fine. So that is pretty neat, that whenever you're working on something, you can leave the cap off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will have another brush pen video coming out very soon, as I got another pack of pens that I was really wanting, ones that I have not tried out before, so make sure that you keep watching. Thank you guys. Until next time.